What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Underwater FlyZone podcast. This is episode 4 of season 3. I titled today's episode, Your Life is Worth Living. And there's 2 reasons I titled this episode this here today. 1, because I believe this is the most true statement that you can make regarding mental health. Your life is worth living. No matter what you're going through, no matter what hard times you're facing, you owe it to yourself to see the beautiful things that are coming in your future. And you owe it to yourself to see what God has planned for your life. And I promise you that these hard times, yeah, they may be tough, but it's only growing you into a stronger person because of it. And just remember that what goes down must come up. If you are experiencing hard times today, that just means that great times are coming in your future. Because like I said, these hard times are making you into a stronger person. Feeling pain means that you're progressing in life. You grow the most when in pain, if you know what I'm saying. So like for instance, weight room. If you're in the weight room, grinding in the gym, if you're lifting not a lot of weight, you're not gonna grow much, you know. But if you're throwing on, a bunch of plates, putting in that work, that's when true growth occurs. If you're really hurting, if your muscles are aching, if you're feeling sore afterwards, there is growth occurring. That's the same thing with life. If you are feeling pain in life, you are growing mentally, and you're growing as a person. You're getting stronger as a person. But like I said, I know there's a lot of hard times that go on in life, and I think it's important to understand that we live in a broken world. And I've said this a lot throughout the time that I've been making this podcast. I think I've mentioned it in every episode so far this season. And I just want to farther clarify what living in a broken world means. It essentially means that death exists. I will die someday. And you will die someday. And everyone that you've ever known and that has ever existed will die someday. Death is a guarantee in life. And farther than that, every place you've ever lived, every school you ever went to, every place you ever worked, they will have their end as well. Everything will come to an end someday here on earth. And this is a fact. This is a guarantee. And because of this, that means we live in a broken world. The world is broken because death exists. And because death exists, you are guaranteed to experience hard times. Everyone you know, including yourself, will die someday. Every place you've ever been at will die someday. So you are bound to experience the loss of someone you love. You are bound to experience very difficult times. Either you lost your house, or you lost your dad, or your cousin, or your best friend. So those are some examples of just what we've talked about so far this season. There's some hard times that will take place in life, but I just want to remind y'all that through these hard times, that is where the most growth occurs. That is where you will grow and learn lessons about life and become a better person because of it. These hard times will allow you to be a better person in the future. And these hard times will not last forever, and I can promise you that. And we're going to get way more into this here later on in the episode, but just remember, bad things are bound to happen in this life, but pain is progress. So never lose hope. Never feel like you can't overcome something, because I promise you, you can. You can and you will. It just takes time. And we'll get more into that here in a little bit. But the second reason that I named this episode, Your Life is Worth Living, is because that's the quote that will be on the front of the Season 3 merch that's coming real soon. So I'll explain how the merch looks for y'all, because a couple people have been asking. The Season 3 merch is going to say, Your Life is Worth Living on the front, because, that's the best. Like I said, that's the best quote that you can say regarding mental health, because it will always remain true. No matter what hard time you're going through, your life will always remain worth living, and you owe it to yourself to prove that statement to be true. And I think that is just the best quote to put on the front. That way, when people are wearing the merch, someone's looking at them, read their shirt, they think, hey, they think something good about themselves. That's why I used to put the quotes on the back, so when you're walking away, you could read, someone might read it, a stranger might read the quote on the back, and maybe it'll have a positive impact on their day. I don't know how many people this merch throughout the years has impacted throughout the year. This has only been around for a year, but anyways. So it'll say Your Life is Worth Living on the front, and then on the back, it'll have the moon from the Starry Night painting, and it'll say Underwater FlyZone diagonal across it. And I just want to give some reasoning as to why I would put the moon from the Starry Night painting on the back of this shirt, because I just want to, always want to tell y'all the reasoning behind the decisions I make, because every decision I make regarding this podcast is very calculated, and there's a reason behind it all, you know what I'm saying? So basically, as you have probably noticed, the cover of every episode this season has had the Starry Night painting in the background, and the reason for this is not because it's a great painting, which it's my favorite painting, but it was painted by Vincent Van Gogh. That's the reason, Vincent Van Gogh, because Vincent Van Gogh was an artist back in the 1700s, and he suffered from mental illness. But back in the 1700s, mental health was not that prevalent. Not a lot of people really knew about it. So a lot of his close people around him just dismissed him off as a crazy person. They didn't know how to cope and how to heal him. They just thought he was insane. So basically, he suffered alone. He suffered alone. And I think we're very blessed today to have a lot more knowledge over what mental health is. We're able to have people like me doing a whole podcast season about mental health. And we're lucky to have the conversation be a lot more, talked about. It's a lot more talked about than it was in the 1700s. And I think mental health today is a lot more prevalent due to social media. Social media, it brings a lot with it. There's a lot of people in this world that see someone post something, and then that makes, they're like, why is their life so perfect? It makes them start to think critical about themselves and be down and be hard on themselves. But in reality, social media is just a front for real. Like, a lot of these people just be using filters and trying to make their life look all perfect. I mean, we're all kind of guilty of it. We all post the highlights of our life, but we don't post the hard times. But due to this, there's people that are going through hard times that see that and they think, gosh, why can't my life be like theirs? So mental health, I think a reason it's so prevalent today is due to social media. But if you remember, like I said, Vincent Van Gogh was back in the 1700s, and I don't even know if it was the 1700s. I'm no history expert. This is just going off of like something I learned in art class back my freshman year of high school, but it stuck with me forever. And Vincent Van Gogh suffered alone. No one understood what he was going through. So he actually had a mental episode where he like cut his own ear off and was going crazy just because he was so depressed. And then he also killed himself. He committed suicide, and he left behind a lot of amazing paintings. But when he committed suicide, those people around him that didn't truly understand him finally began to realize, like, wow, he was serious. He wasn't just crazy. Like he was really going through something. There's a song called Starry Night dedicated to Vincent Van Gogh, and in a lyric, and it says, "Now I understand what you tried to say to me and how you suffered for your sanity. And they did not listen. They did not know how, but perhaps they'll listen now." And that quote has always stuck with me. They did not listen simply because they didn't know how. They didn't know how to talk to him about his feelings. They didn't know what he was even talking about because they just didn't know how. But maybe they'll listen now because him committing suicide woke them up. It woke them up and realized, gosh, this is more serious than we thought. And I think that is kind of where I just want to begin today. I think that switch flips for a lot of people when you experience a traumatic situation. And I just hope that the episodes and the topics that we've been talking about this season can help you guys flip that switch in your own minds. Because if you're anything like me, I know there's a lot of people that have watched the season that have been through a lot. But if you're anything like me, or like I was pre-Kyle death, like my freshman year of high school, if you're anything like I was back then, I hadn't experienced anything. I would watch an episode like this and probably be like, gosh, that sucks for them, and then just move on with life. But I just want to encourage y'all, really take in what we've been putting out this season. I hope it's been as good as I think it's been. I've really been trying to be very vulnerable this season and really, holding my guests to an expectation for them to be vulnerable, and I think we've done a great job. I just hope that everyone watching can really implement what we're talking about in their own lives. Don't let what we've been talking about go in one ear and out the other. Really try to take a step back and really think, I need to appreciate life. I need to really take in what they're saying and take action in my own life, because I don't want a tragic situation be what wakes you up, because it was what woke Vincent Van Gogh's friends up, and it was also what woke me up. Kyle dying completely changed my life forever. Like I've said before, I don't think this podcast would be even a consideration if it wasn't for Kyle dying. And I don't think I would even be half the person that I am today if I didn't experience that hard time. But like I said earlier, those hard times are what grow you. But it is possible. I'm telling y'all, it's possible to grow just by hearing stories, by being inspired by other people's stories. And I just really encourage y'all to really try to implement what we've been talking about this season into your own life, so it doesn't take a tragic situation for you to make that change. You can just change today while your people are still here. But anyways, to get into more what I wanted to talk about today, there's a song called "Good Old Days" by Macklemore. Shout out to this song, man. It's so good. It's tough to listen to though, because there's a lot of lyrics in there that are just, they speak to me. And something I just want to, get into is talking about one specific lyric that goes, I'll sing it for y'all. I'll sing it. It goes, I'm not a singer, but I'll tell y'all the quote. It goes, you don't know what you got until it's gone, until it's gone. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you got until it's gone. And that's something that I feel like, there's no way this is the first time you've heard this quote. You see it. This is one of the things like me and Adam on episode 3. We've talked about like how in like elementary school they got these posters up probably saying a quote similar to this. You don't know what you got until it's gone. And you kind of just read it and you're like, yeah, true. And then move on. But I'm telling y'all, man, it is so true. You don't know what you got until it's gone. And I don't think you can truly understand the depths of this statement until you experience it firsthand. I remember back in the days when Kyle was here, just living life and not truly being all the way in the present moment. I was always thinking about the next thing, or I was always thinking back to the past. I wasn't fully there. I wasn't fully appreciative. I never said I love you. I never understood what I had while I had it. But I'm telling y'all, once he was gone, man, it changed my life. It changed my life completely. And I just want y'all to really take this in and implement that in your life. You don't know what you got until it's gone. So please, for me, appreciate what you have today. Live in the moment today. Don't be worrying about the past. Don't be worrying about your past mistakes or even your past accomplishments. Because worrying about the past is just robbing your mind from the present moment that you're in right now. Don't worry about the past. And also don't worry about the future. Yeah, you should be taking steps today to better your future, but don't be always thinking about the next thing. I really encourage y'all to just live in the moment and be there fully. Be fully in the moment. Because living in the future or living in the past is only robbing you of the present moment. And I'm telling y'all, if you are robbed of the present moment, then you're not going to fully know what you have. And once it's gone, man, it's gone. And life can change instantly and forever. Once it's gone, it is gone. Once your house is gone, once your best friend is gone, once your dad is gone, once your brother is gone, it's gone. They gone. There's no changing that. There's no coming back from that. So I just please encourage y'all, live in the moment and appreciate the moment, because it's all you can control. It's all you can truly control. And another quote from this song, it's called Good Old Days, but it says, I wish somebody would have told me that these would be the good old days. I bet there was people out there that told me that these would be the good old days. I think my dad told me multiple times, like, man, these are going to be the good old days, when I was out there playing wiffle ball, having a good time. But it never hit until I reminisce sometimes, when I look back and think, those were the good old days. And when you have nothing to hold on to, it's tough. Because I could think back to my days playing tennis, and I could go hang out with my friends and talk about all of our great memories, but when that person that you shared those memories with isn't here anymore, that's when it hurts, man. Because you don't know what you got until it's gone. You don't know what you got until it's gone. So please, for me, man, this is what makes me more sad than anything. I love talking about it and being vulnerable, though. So I just hope this hits for y'all right now, but because it's hitting for me right now. You don't know what you got until it's gone. And someday these will be the good old days. So hold on to the people that you love. Hold on to the things and the memories that you love. Tell your people you love them, man, for me. Because someday these will be the good old days. And once these days are gone, and once these people that you share these memories with are gone, they're gone forever, man. Yeah, so that's a big thing I just wanted to say about that. And these are some hard times, man. Thinking about time moving on, thinking about the people that you love, dying. These are hard times, and a lot of pain comes along with this. And like I said earlier, pain is progress. When you are feeling pain, you are progressing not only in your situation, but as a human being, in your personal development, you are progressing with pain. The more pain you feel, the more progress you will make, the more lessons you will learn. I've learned a lot of lessons from losing Kyle. I've learned a lot of lessons from talking to people that have lost people that they love. And I hope that y'all can learn something as well. What I really want you to learn is how to appreciate the moment like I was talking about, but also realize that you are going to experience hard times, and it's very uncomfortable. But let me remind you of something. You don't grow in your comfort zone. No growth occurs in your comfort zone. And it's very uncomfortable to experience pain. It is. It's uncomfortable to be sitting in your room all by yourself crying at night, wishing you weren't even alive. It's uncomfortable to be at school and feel like no one understands you. Feel like you can't even communicate your thoughts to anybody because you don't want to put yourself out there like that. You don't want to put yourself onto somebody else. Or even driving and not caring if you get in a wreck. I've heard a lot of people tell me stuff like that they just drive around and, you know, if it all ended right now, they wouldn't even care. I've heard people tell me stuff like that. Back in the old times, I could even relate to that in a way. And that is very uncomfortable experiencing pain to that degree. It is very uncomfortable experiencing depression, sadness, brokenness, emptiness, and even numbness. Feeling nothing because it hurts too much. Feeling numb. It is painful, man. And it's uncomfortable. But let me remind you, you don't grow in your comfort zone. Stepping out of your comfort zone is so important because that is another way that you can experience true growth. If you stay in your comfort zone and push these feelings away, because yes, like I said, it's very uncomfortable to experience this emotion. So stay in your comfort zone, pushing it all down, not going to get help, not reaching out to people, not going to see a therapist if you need one, not feeling the emotion, crying in your room, letting it all out, letting this emotion go. If you were to push it down, it's just going to sit inside of you, and it's going to potentially destroy your life. You may turn to drugs. You may turn to alcohol. You may turn to things that aren't truly going to help you. Or even worse, you just push it down and become a bitter person. You begin to be mad all the time because you're experiencing pain deep within that you never let rise to the surface. You never let fully escape. You never felt. And the reason you're doing this is because it's uncomfortable. You want to stay in your comfort zone. You don't want to be that depressed. You don't want to be that sad. You don't want to feel weak. You don't want to reach out to someone because you think that they would view you as a weak person. You don't want to reach out to someone because you think they would view you as a weak person. But let me tell y'all something. I view the person that is able to reach out and experience this pain as a way more strong person, way more tough person than someone that is able to push it down and let it destroy them. Because honestly, if you push it down and let it destroy you, that just means you're scared to be uncomfortable. I applaud anybody that is able to feel the pain and truly progress in your situation. And the only way you can truly progress in your situation is to experience the emotions that you're going through. Shout out to Morgan Houston from episode 2. Morgan Houston, I'm about to say a quote that she said that was absolutely fire. So shout out Morgan Houston for this one. Grow through what you go through. Tell me that's not fire, man. Such a good quote. You got to grow through what you go through. What you're going through is ultimately going to grow you if you're able to truly go through it. If you're going to push the emotion down, try to make excuses, try to act as if it never happened, you're not going to grow at all. You're just going to sit in the same spot being broken down forever. You're just going to ignore your problems and never truly heal and never truly capitalize off of the situation. I'm telling y'all, if you can make a point to embrace what you're going through and truly experience your pain, truly let it out. Like Matthew Houston said on episode 2, it's a weight lifted off your shoulders when you're able to speak about it to somebody. Whether that be someone that you trust, that you know is open to listening, or it be a therapist, or even just being you and yourself, you by yourself in your room alone. Speaking about it lifts a weight off your shoulders. And I encourage y'all, man, we're all going to experience hard times. I'm not done experiencing hard times, man. It's not like the Kyle situation is the one hard thing I'll ever go through. There's going to be more in the future. That's for everybody. You don't know what's coming in the future. And as we talked about, we live in a broken world. Anything can happen in the future. So it's so important that when you do experience these hard times, feel the pain, grow through what you go through. You can only grow through pain. Don't stay in your comfort zone your whole life. Don't try to, be like how I was. I'll tell y'all right now, man, my junior year of high school, I've talked about it before, but that was the year after Kyle died, and that whole year I was in denial. I was acting like it was an accident, like he accidentally committed suicide. I was acting like my life was a dream. I truly felt like my life was a dream. I was not fully accepting the situation for what it was, but one day I made the decision to not let my situation rule my life anymore. Not let me be dragged around by my pain in this situation that I was going through. I made the decision to stop being controlled by this experience that I had lived through, but instead I grabbed control of it and I said, you know what? You're not ruling my life. I'm ruling you. I'm grabbing you by the throat and throwing you around. Because I'm done having you grab me by the throat and throw me around. I grabbed my pain and all these thoughts, and I said, you know what? I'm a fight. I'm gonna fight it head on. And I decided to truly accept the situation for what it was. I truly believed everything that had happened. I truly came to terms that this is not a dream. This is not anything but a reality. This is a complete, absolute reality. My best friend passed away from suicide, and that's the way it is. And he's not coming back. Stop telling yourself that he's coming back. Because I would tell myself, he's coming back. He's still here. I know he's still here. No, he's not. And I need to come to terms with that. And I came to terms with it one day, and I accepted it for what it was. And that was the day that my life truly changed. Because I no longer was being controlled by the situation, but instead I was controlling the situation. I put the situation, implement it into my life because I knew that is my story. That is an experience. That is my story. And I'm going to use it to better myself. And I want to encourage y'all to do this as well. Your hard times, your pain that you are going through, there's a group of people out there that can be inspired by your story. There's a group of people out there that you could change their life due to what you are experiencing. So I encourage y'all, man, if you're going through a hard time, don't let it control you. You control it. You got to first experience the pain. You got to first truly go through it. But once you get to a point of comfort, of being comfortable with the situation, because it's uncomfortable at first, like Morgan talked about, she had to walk the halls where she saw Lance every day and be like, dang, I remember seeing him there, and that brings back a memory. That's very uncomfortable. Or for them going to family events, or for Adam going home and knowing that his dad's not coming home after school, or for even me playing wiffle ball and Kyle not being there, not having anybody to play wiffle ball with, not having my right-hand man with me all the time. It's uncomfortable. But once you're able to feel the emotion that comes along with that and grow from it, you now have an opportunity to change lives. And that's why I'm so glad that I made this decision, because I believe that this podcast can truly do that. And I believe that you can truly do that as well. You can find your own way to change lives through your story, because your story matters and you matter as a person, and your life is worth living. I know it's hard right now if you're going through something. I know it's going to be hard for y'all when you do experience hardship, experience death, experience loss someday. You experience relationships ending that you thought you would be with forever. You experience your house getting blown away in a tornado, or just some horrible experience. There's a lot of different things that can happen. And I know it's hard, but your life is worth living. You owe it to yourself to make an impact. You owe it to yourself to capitalize off of your situation and inspire, because I promise y'all can do it. Y'all can inspire millions of people. And if not millions, you can at least inspire one person with your story. And if your life, if your experience can change someone else's life, if you can help someone else through their situation due to the situation that you went through, that's what I call true success. That's what I call true success. Shout out to anybody that has done that. And shout out to anybody that is going through something right now, or even maybe you're not going through something right now, but you know deep down in your heart that you have not felt all the pain of a situation that has happened to you in your past. Let me tell y'all something. We've talked about it all season. Reaching out is the biggest thing you can do. Don't feel as if you're a burden. Don't feel as if no one cares, because they do. And you know I got y'all. UnderwaterFlyZone.podcast, Instagram. Hit the DMs if you need anyone to talk to. I'm here for you. I also, I have had a lot of people reaching out, and I'm a busy person, so you can't always rely on me. Maybe you got to go get true professional help. They talked on the episode 2 about getting therapy, and I think I really encourage it. If you feel as if you need it, to go do it. And like I said, I understand it's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable experiencing this pain and taking these steps, but it's what you have to do if you truly want to grow as a person. If you want to live and be stuck in the same spot forever, then, let me tell you this. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be stuck in the same spot forever. You don't want to be having depression, having your situation control you for the rest of your life. You want to be in control of your situation yourself. You want to be the one dictating the way you live your life, because this is your life. This is your one life. So live it your way, and don't let depression, don't let suicide, don't let your hard time, your adversity control you. You control it. Do that for me, man. Go through what you go through, and it's truly, at the end of the day, it's making that decision. That decision that I'm not going to sit around and be controlled by this anymore. I'm going to take actions to heal myself and then to inspire. Because these situations are an opportunity. These hard times are an opportunity. They're an opportunity for personal growth. They're an opportunity to learn lessons about life that you never would have got to learn if it wasn't for your situation. And they're an opportunity to change lives and to inspire people. You are never alone, man. There's a few situations, few crazy situations that may be a one-time only type of thing. But for like 99% of situations, someone else has already experienced the same thing before. There's a million people out there that have lost their best friend to suicide. There's a million people out there that have experienced losing a loved one to suicide, to a car accident, to whatever you are going through. I could almost guarantee that there's someone out there that has been through it. You just have to find them by reaching out to people, making your story known, not living in a shell, not letting it control you. You got to control your situation. And I think the biggest thing, if you truly do feel alone, if you truly do feel like no one can understand you and talk to you, I think going to therapy is the biggest thing, because like they talked about on episode 2, they're paid to speak facts. These therapists are literally, they get paid to speak facts. They know what you're going through. They know every feeling that you are feeling. Most of these people become therapists because they have gone through their own situation themselves, and they want to make an impact in your life. So I encourage y'all, if you need to, go to therapy, go get the help you need. Just do not let this situation that you're going through define your life. And don't stay in your comfort zone. I think that's all I got today, man. I don't want to just keep repeating myself, and I don't want this to go too much longer, but I hope my words today really helped y'all. There's a lot I can say. I'm actually going to be doing a live show this summer. So by the way, this episode's dropping on Monday. I got a vlog dropping this week. I got a lot coming because it's summertime. I'm home for the summer. So it's go time, and I hope that y'all are ready. I think the vibe for this summer is just chill. Just lay back and, let's chill out for a little bit. Let's stop always thinking so much about the next thing. Let's kind of take a step back and just enjoy where we are. I think that's the way to live forever. Just enjoy where we are right now. I'm enjoying this moment. Sitting in my basement with my camera and my mic. No one home, chilling down here. I'm really trying to take this in right now because I think this season's been beautiful. And I think that life right now is it's just time to chill. Time to slow down. Stop living so fast. I've been living fast. I've been living real fast. The second I got home from college the other day, I was automatically, let's make a vlog. Let's get this episode recorded. Let's just on to the next thing already. Then I started thinking, I was like, you know what? I just completed a hard semester of school, and I got like almost a 4.0 GPA. I got like a 3.8 GPA, and I was like, I'm going to take some time to really be proud of myself before I get going to the next thing. And I still made the vlog. It's going to be dropping on Thursday, and I still got the episode recorded, obviously, but I think just the mindset of let's chill out and let's appreciate what we have. Let's appreciate what we have rather than worrying about what we don't. because, I'm very appreciative of where I'm at in life right now, and I'm really appreciative of the moment. Because, I mean, life's been crazy. Life will always be crazy. But life is beautiful, and your life is worth living. And that's the mindset for this summer for me, man. Take it slow. Let's take it real slow. Let's make some long days. I'm trying to wake up at like 6 a.m., make some long days this summer, and just really take it all in. Chill out a little bit. Take some steps back. If y'all are with that, I'm trying to chill with some of y'all this summer for sure. Go on some hikes, make some vlogs, hang out at my house. I don't know. Hit me up if you're trying to, be on that same vibe for this summer. Just chilling out a little bit. But I don't know. That's really all I got. Merch is coming soon. Should be out in 3 to 4 weeks. I'm trying to get a design back right now and, get things rolling. But another thing I just want to say, this episode was a hassle to make, y'all. I had some technical difficulties. I actually tried to record it yesterday. Sat down here for like 5 hours. I had one take go really well, but then the mic was all messing up. I hope it didn't mess up this time too, or I'm going to be sad. I don't think it did. I could see the thing. But then I had another take where it was fire, but then I just didn't like the direction that it went at the end. And then, this take I think was perfect. So I hope this spoke to you today, and I hope that you have a blessed week. Because next Monday we got my boy Kevin Oliver hopping on the podcast. If y'all remember him from the Chuggington vlog, a few other vlogs, he's got the afro. So that's one of my best friends. He's gonna be coming on and sharing a story about himself that I've never heard before. And like I said, that's one of my best friends, and I've never heard this story before, which I'm really interested to hear it. Because you kind of just assume that you know everything about your closest friends, but I guess not. He came up to me, he's like, "Let me on, bro. Let me on. Like, I'm gonna be in my bag that day." I'm like, "All right, bro." If anyone approaches me like that, I'm giving them the chance for sure. But yeah, y'all, got some good stuff coming. I was just reading the list, making sure I didn't forget anything. Just to finish off, man, no matter what you're going through, your life is worth living. Never forget that. Never forget that your life is worth living, and never forget that it's okay to step out of your comfort zone. It's actually very important to step out of your comfort zone, and I encourage y'all to do it. I encourage y'all to do what you got to do to get better, and truly that these hard times are opportunities to change lives and inspire. So I hope that this episode today spoke to y'all, and I'm gonna quit rambling. I love this freestyle time, off script. I don't have a script. I just have these little points. Y'all probably can't even see. I got these little bullet points. I'm just talking to the camera now. All right, y'all. Have a great week. I love you guys. First week of summer is about to be crazy. Got a vlog dropping on Thursday, so be looking out for that. And yeah, have a blessed week. It was cool. That was a cool little episode. Export.